Hey YouTube, sorry it's been so long. I've had not a rough, but an eventful couple of weeks. We had a relative pass away in our family, and I had drama dealing with work with that. I went on a mini girls vacation, which I'm debating on posting the video that I made because I was drinking and I don't want to get flagged. But anyways, besides all that, this video was supposed to be a video about me and Tim answering questions and doing like a Q&A thing with each other. But instead of doing that, I realized something. I was on well, it's not my page, but it's one of the pages that I follow for women that suffer from PCOS or infertility. And I've come to realize when women are having like issues with their fertility and they get to that point where they're like, I'm going to be a mother no matter what, the first thing that they do is go buy a pet. Well, at least it seems that way, because that was the first thing I did. Like, I don't know if you guys met him, but we got a new member of our family named Bowie because I can't have a child right now. So we have Banner. Come here, Banner. Come on. Let's see if I can get a picture of him. Oh no, our room's dirty. I don't want to show you our room. I'll have Banner, who's my dog. And then we got Bowie. Now, Bowie, we've kept a secret from a lot of people for a long time. He used to be a lot smaller. Say hi, Bowie. He actually used to be like 2 hands smaller. We've had him since May. And obviously you guys know it is September, almost October. And we didn't tell anybody about it because we didn't want a whole lot of people know that we have a cat, which is fine. He takes baths daily, not daily, but like weekly. I clip his nails. Honestly, if you were to walk into our place, you wouldn't be able to tell we have a cat. I vacuum constantly because, well, either way, Banner, he sheds, so I have to vacuum. But yeah, so I've realized like we get a pet when we're getting to that point, or when a female is at a very, I guess you could say like stressed, or like they come to that time, like, okay, so best way to describe it. In high school, when you and like your boyfriend at the time, like your serious boyfriend, you guys broke up, what was the first thing you did? First thing that I did, I went and cut my hair and I dyed my hair. So it's at the point right now where it's like I have my cat, so was fine for a good like couple of months. And now I'm wanting that child again. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I'm going to start fertility treatment, but then it's like, I need to find time from work so I can let them know I need to start fertility treatment. And it's just going to be a big like bundle of joy without actually having that bundle of joy. So I have to figure out what we're going to do as far as like the work comes. Like it's like, well, like I was saying, I have my cat now, and now I want to dye my hair and I want to change my hair. Like, as you guys know, like I said, I wear wigs, and my wigs are different. Sorry, I'm turning my TV off. It's loud in here. Tim has a habit of listening to TVs extremely loud, and it drives me insane. But anyway, so sorry, Banner was following me. It's at the point where I'm like, I like desperately need to do something about it, because as soon as it starts affecting like how I want, as soon as I start wanting to dye my hair, cut my hair, change all this stuff, like I know I'm getting to that point where it's like, okay, maybe it's time for me to look for something else, I guess you could say. And not something else, but like do something about it. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at once because I'm on my lunch and I wanted to have my tea, but I can't find my cup for it. So, does anybody else do this? Where they put their potatoes up on the top of the refrigerator and potatoes in a container? I don't. We have a lot of potatoes, even though we don't need that many potatoes. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit down because forget it. So pretty much oh, there's Miley. Hi, Miley. Hi. Are you being shy? There's Buttons. There's Miley again. But pretty much, like, what do you guys do? Like, do you go and get another pet? Do you dye your hair, get a tattoo? Like, that's the other thing. I want another tattoo. I have 10 tattoos already. And it's like I'm running out of places to hide my tattoos. So the next step is my legs. And it's like, I don't want to get a tattoo on my legs because honestly, that's like my best feature on my body is my legs. Like, I have amazing legs. I don't want to brag, but I do. But so that's something like I don't want to do, but at the same time, I can't have them all over my arms. I already have 2 tattoos on my arms, so my work is like, okay, that's fine. But if I was to go in with like a half sleeve, I'm pretty sure they would be pissed. And it's getting to the point where that's what I want. I want a half sleeve. I want to dye my hair. I want to go back to that, like, I guess you could say, emo scene or whatever from when I was like in high school or junior high. Like, I'm going into that rebellious stage, and I guess it's just because I'm not getting what I want, because I am spoiled. I'm used to always getting what I want when I want it, and now it's like I want a child and I can't have a child. We agreed to put off fostering for 2 reasons. I think I mentioned this to you. One, because we talked about it and it's like we do want to adopt a child under the age of 2, but at the same time we don't want to limit ourselves to that, to where it's like, okay, if we're going to foster, we're going to be able to foster somebody who is 4 or 5, and you have to have another room for that. So Angela, whose room is right back there, I don't want to have her give up her room or be like, oh, okay, you gotta go now, we want to start fostering, because Angela enjoys living here for the time being, but I don't want to completely like kick her out because it's her home too. So it's getting to the point where we're just trying to find something to do. Like, I'm trying to keep my mind off of it and trying not to stress out so much, but I realize my period's supposed to start in 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, 2 days, and I haven't had any symptoms as far as like my period comes. Like, my boobs aren't sore, I'm not experiencing any cramping. The only thing is right now I have a headache, and that could be it, or it could just be lack of sleep, and my lower back was hurting. But I would be like, oh, there's a possibility I could be pregnant, but I don't think I am, because thinking about it, I don't think Tim and I did the baby dance, I guess you could say, at all. I think we did it like maybe once, and it was either before or like right after my period ended. So if I'm correct on my ovulation times, we didn't do it anywhere near when I was supposedly ovulated, which that's the other thing. I have to restart tracking those again, because like I want to do it to where it's like I'm able to track things, and I'm actually being like doing the temperature and tracking my ovulation, and I want to do all of it, but it's just like it gets exhausting. Like, I understand, like, some people think it's super easy just to like wake up and just take your temperature. It's like, but to remember to do it every single day, and then you have to write it down, and then you have to, like, at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you have to pee on a stick. Like, if you're at work, you can't just automatically be like, hey, so you guys know, I gotta go check and see if I'm ovulating, because work doesn't care. Like, they care about you doing your job. So it's like you have to try and figure out ways to where it's like, okay, well, if I go to my 10 or 15 at 10 o'clock, then I can pee on my stick and I can see if I'm ovulating. But then you have to think about where you're going to put it afterwards. You're going to have a Ziploc bag and put it in the Ziploc bag. But it's like the humidity from that can actually end up damaging your stick or whatever. I don't know. I could be overthinking it, but it's like, this is the stuff like I think about. Like, there's no easy way for me to actually just do like my ovulation testing at home, not at home, but at work. And then there's also the fact of like the temperature. My temperature runs high anyway, it seems like I'm always hot, always hot. I always have the fan on. Like right now, I think it's like 73 in our apartment and I'm burning up. And I'm not sick or anything, but it's just my temperature is always up. I'm like a heater. Like Tim hates it during the summer because seems like I'm always sweaty or whatever. I don't know if that's a part of like the PCOS or what, but that's it. And then there's, let's see, temperature, that checking my cervical mucus. So for women who are bigger, it seems like it is super hard for you to check that. Like I have to try and figure out how to maneuver like my body into like a pretzel in order for me to check my CM. And I've asked him to check for me and he thinks it's disgusting. And I'm like, it's not bad. Like, I just need you to do this for me because I physically can't do it. Like, it's awkward for me. Or trying to see your cervix position to see if it's high or if it's low, or to feel how firm it is or whatever. Like, it's a lot of stuff that we have to do that's just like exhausting. And then it's like you need to take a break from all of it. And then it's like as soon as you take a break from it, it's like you just constantly are thinking about it. Like, well, that could have been a sign, or this could have been my chance to get pregnant. And then you're just beating yourself up about it. And I wasn't trying to make this like about like, oh, this is all the negative things about it. But at the same time, it's like not a lot of people understand like what we have to go through. Like, I believe I told you guys about how months ago this girl was being super rude to me about having a GoFundMe, and it's because she didn't understand about fertility issues. She didn't understand that it's not something like I'm like, oh, well, I have fertility issues. This is my choice. I'm choosing to have PCOS. It's like, no, like I want to have a kid and I physically cannot have it at this moment. And she didn't understand that. She mentioned like, oh, maybe it's God's way of saying that you shouldn't have a child. And it's like, that's so rude. And who are you to say that? Like, one, I'm not a very religious person. So it's like that, it didn't really so much like hurt me that she said it. It was more so like, you're just being a bitch. And sorry, excuse my language, but that's how I felt with her saying it. Like, I can kind of see where she's coming from it, but she could have said it in a lot nicer of a way than, oh, maybe you're just not supposed to have a child. The way she made it seem like was saying like, God doesn't think that I deserve a child type thing. And that's what pissed me off. If she was to say it in more of a, you know, maybe it's just not your time just yet, or maybe you're supposed to foster another child whose family isn't taking care of them correctly or whatever. It's like, if she was to say it that way, then it's like, you know what? Maybe, but the way she said it was like, you do not deserve one. And that's what set me off. And honestly, since then, it's like, that's what's kind of been in my head, I guess. It's like, maybe that's what's going on, is that I'm not supposed to have one because I don't deserve one, or we don't make enough money for one. And like, I've been applying to new places because of that idea, not because like I want to physically leave my job, but because I'm like, if I make more money, then maybe my baby will come. Not thinking about like, well, hey, you're actually happy here. You're not as stressed out here as you would be anywhere else. And this is a pretty decent job for you. Like, I've come a long way with this job. Like, usually with my other jobs, I would say 6 to 8 months in, I'm quitting or I'm getting fired or something because I just don't care. But this one, I'm actually like, okay, I can get up at this time. I do have days where I get frustrated and irritated, but for the most part, like, I'm happy with this job. Pay could be better, but still, Tim makes most of the money, and he's fine with being the one that makes most money as long as I have money for extra things. Like, I'll say, I have Netflix, Hulu, all of that, and I pay for those. Or I pay for my hair or my makeup. So it's like, as long as I have money for those, he's like, yeah, that's fine. But I'm completely going off track now. As you can see now, this is like a rant venting video instead of something exciting or whatever. But I think we all need one of these videos every once in a while, where you can see, like, you know what, she's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. She's going through the same thing I'm going through right now. Like, for those of you who just dyed your hair, who just cut your hair because you're like, you needed something, a positive change, like, good for you. Like I said, I want to change my hair. Like, you can see it's not frizzy or anything, or it's not wild. I just need a change. I want to get another pet because I have Bowie, who is a complete and total sweetheart, but he's getting bigger, and it's like he's more independent now, where all I have to do is just put the food down and just let him go at it. Before, it's like, because of how small he was, like, I had to help him with this food, where I'm like putting little tiny bits of food on my finger and feeding it to him that way. Or I would give him pieces of chicken to kind of help fatten him up because of how small he was. But yeah, like, now he's hyperactive, runs around. You probably hear his little bell every once in a while again. And yeah, he no longer needs me. And so it's like, I have that, like, I need to be needed type thing. So, which is another reason why I like my job, because all the kids there, they need me. They need me to help them. They need me to be there for them. If they have a scrape, like, I'm there for them because their parents aren't. The only thing that just sucks is that I don't have a child that I get to take home with me at the end of the day. Like, I don't have the one that runs up to me because I'm their actual mommy, and they're like, oh, mommy, I fell. Can you kiss my owie? It's like, instead it's, Miss Nicole, I fell. Can you put a Band-Aid on it? And it's like, okay, yeah, put a Band-Aid on it. And a lot of them, because of the grade I teach, I'm preschool. So a lot of the times, they don't need kisses. They just want the Band-Aid so they can run and play. But I try to be that loving, like, no, let me give you hugs. Let me help you. So yeah, but I'm going to end this rant. I've been ranting and talking about it for like about 18 minutes, maybe more. I don't know. But pretty much, don't lose hope. Be positive. If you need that extra change in your life, like dyeing your hair, do it. Like, if whatever you can do to possibly make it just like a little bit easier for you to go through that month, it's like, go ahead and do it. And some people, they want to shave their entire head off. I'm not saying you do it, but if you feel like you can rock it and it's going to look good on you, then go right ahead. Do what kind of makes you feel better when it comes to your hair or getting a pet or whatever. Because, see, this is my other baby, and I love her to death. She's my baby. She's my oldest, and she makes me happy. Because it's like, whenever I'm really sad and I need like a hug or a love, it's like she knows that I'm upset, and she'll come and lay on my lap, or she'll come and snuggle me, and it just makes me feel a lot better. Right now she's tired and she's a grumpy old lady, so she's not really caring to do it. But same thing with Banner. Banner knows too. But yeah, like whatever you need to kind of help you feel better, it's like, go ahead and do it. Obviously talk it over with your significant other, but at the same time, I told Tim. I didn't ask him, I told him. I was like, I'm getting a cat. And he was like, no, you're not. I was like, yes, I'm getting a cat. And then a week and a half later, we're driving somewhere to pick up a cat. Like, it was dead set, I'm getting one and you can't say anything about it. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. If it made you upset, I am sorry. If it kind of picked up your spirits, I'm happy. But yeah, I just wanted everyone to know like what I was thinking and what I'm going through today. Like, this has been on my mind all day today. And like, there's really nothing else I can do. But hopefully my next video, I can actually do something that involves me making one of my pregnancy hoping for smoothies, or hopefully maybe my next video is me mentioning, hey, guess what, you guys, I'm pregnant. But who knows? All I know is I can be positive and I can just hope for the best. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, comment on what you did, like if you cut your hair, if you dyed your hair, because I'm thinking about going red. Like, not bright Rihanna red like what she did. I'm talking about like a burgundy red, because I think that would be nice. But anyways, let me know. See you guys later. Bye. Hi YouTube, it's Nicole. I am drinking because I'm in Tahoe with my friend Haley and my sister Angela. Yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. Pretty much this is what we're doing. We're walking around downtown. Downtown? Yes. Yeah, downtown South Lake Tahoe. Yeah, we're having fun. I'm drunk.